Hello guys. Welcome to Diablo the Primordial. This video is the continuation video after Laplace hijacked plane. So if you have not watched it, then please watch it. The link is in the description. So without any further delay, let's start. But before we start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates. He was glancing towards me, as if he wanted compliments or something. I hurriedly averted my gaze. That idiot, what does he plan on doing if they know we are allies? On top of that, the sign he slightly made with his hand was saying that he wanted more chips as reward. It is true that his acting is quite good, but what a cheeky little brat. And well, I was exasperated by Laplace, but the same couldn't be said of the other passengers. They were just about to panic. However, alright, stop. I just checked up right now, but it looks like there are quite a few students aboard. Huh? Captain, how about we kidnap these kids this time? Even if we kidnap that old man over there, doesn't feel like he will be of any use even if we train him from now. Eh? It seems like she came over to this side after the linking with the ship was done. In the end, no more fights broke out on the ship. Because Terre came in with two passed out ride conductors. They were actually acting passed out. As even B-rank experts were no match for them, even the Academy's teacher group gave up. After all, there's a fear of the ship itself getting destroyed if a serious fight broke out. They probably made their decision considering that. And like that, they obeyed Laplace and the students got on Laplace's ship. Listen here now, don't you kids go around and be riotous on the ship, alright? If you do, I will be super angry, you know. That's probably him being serious. This ship is extremely precious to Laplace. He probably would rampage immaturely if even the insides of the ship got damaged. Or rather, I am impressed he even agreed to using this ship. It seems like there are more reasons behind it other than the letter of marque I suggested. He was probably intimidated by Diablo. Laplace was aware that he had a hard time dealing with Diablo, so he probably went for the letter of marque rather than trying to defy him. If so, then I should think that this situation is completely within Diablo's prediction. As expected of Diablo, seems like he read my movement quite accurately. After this and that, the students all got on board Laplace's ship. Even the ones from the luxurious rooms. It looks like Terre went ahead and made them shut up beforehand. And like this, just as I had expected, we succeeded in getting everyone related to the academies on Laplace's ship and headed towards Maldorando Island. By the way, this is what happened on the ship after we had left. We are extremely sorry for the commotion. The air pirates just now were just a sideshow our leader, Rimuru Tempest, had thought up of. It was planned to have the passengers feel a stimulation on this boring flight. Moreover, we haven't let the people related to the academies know of this to have them learn how to deal with emergencies. We are extremely sorry for the troubles. Such a broadcast was circulated. With this, the passengers' anxiety and fear was rubbed off and a sense of relief brought on a feeling of excitement for them. There was no complaints as my name was said. Well, there was no damage or problems either, so it can't be helped if people associate this incident with the rioting Laplace later on. If that time comes, I swore to myself to declare that they are copycat criminals. Besides, them associating this relation is also within calculations. After all, it would turn out to be an implicit threat that Rimuru-sama won't permit anyone else to fly these skies. I felt like someone chuckled a bit, but I guess it's just me imagining things. Chapter 260. Maldoland Island. My magic perception sensed a few semi-demon lord seed unique specimen, just as Seal had said. One at each of the four corners of the island. Seems like they each have their own territory. And in the middle, I could sense a demon lord seed. What's interesting about this is that even though these monsters are fighting with each other, they haven't tried killing one another seriously and are maintaining the equilibrium of the island. There are probably still many monsters whose strength equals that of former demon lord level sleeping in different regions of the world just because they still do not have intelligence. This time, we just coincidentally found one of those monsters. Now then, what does Laplace plan on doing now? While feeling excited inside, I looked towards Laplace. Well then, I will have you lot become my underling, but don't make fun of us. Even we can fight seriously here. There's no one who would become you, Guwa. As we descended from the ship, Laplace began his speech. Students of different academies were lined up accordingly, with their instructor in front. Including the instructors and guards, there were more than 100 people there. Seems like there were about 30 people from each academy on board the plane. It was wise of them to obediently get down from the ship. After all, if by chance the ship got scratched or something, Laplace would surely go crazy. Well, they are probably thinking of using the ship after beating Laplace here, so both parties are likely thinking of fighting away from the ship. And so, just as Laplace started his speech, one of the instructors interfered. As a result, he was silenced by a punch from Tear. Unfortunately, there's quite a big gap in fighting skills among them, and since it has already been 10 years since the big war, the instructors also got lax and so are no match for Laplace's team. Fu. If you want to oppose me, you are more than welcome, you know? I will clearly show you the difference in our strength right here and now, how about it? Laplace provoked them, spreading both his arms. You piece of shit. Don't make light of us. We will show you our strength. We will protect you guys. Rest easy. And so they went on. While saying that, they took stance facing Laplace. As they handed over all their weapons, they were bare-handed. Come forth, Skyblade. Manifest. Origin magic. Create weapon. One of the instructors splendidly created weapons and passed them on to all the other instructors. Although the weapons have a time limit on them, they were quite strong since they reflected the strength of the user. Considering that instructor's skill, those are probably unique weapons with a 10-minute time limit on them. 4 other instructors were battle types. And as soon as they all got a weapon, the fight had started. I don't even need to say out the result. The instructors did try hard, really hard. But reality is just too harsh. These people who didn't even cross A rank were no match for even Tear alone. Sensei. It can't be. Even Brown Sensei. Such gloomy cries of the students could be heard from here and there. It pains me to do this, but I can't cut corners since this is all to correct the abnormality going on in the academies. I gave Laplace a small nod. Fu, as expected of me, super strong. Well, are there any idiots left who still feel like disobeying me? With pompous behavior, he looked past the students and lightly overpowered them. His appearance was now giving off a feeling of madness, fitting right into the scene. Well, now then, since we have all come to an understanding, I will have y'all wear this. Laplace gathered everyone's attention by snapping his fingers and brought out a bracelet. It's a magic item called the Parasite Bracelet. It's an assisting tool made by the research team to help with conquering labyrinths, and it displays the information of the person wearing it in numbers. It also quantifies the strength of the monster you defeat and was a trial product to make it easier to see one's score. It was made to record and quantify the monsters one defeated or the traps they undid. If the challengers have this on when they are trying to beat the labyrinth, when they die or return, they can easily see their total points. And we prepare freebies depending on that number. I remember such a project being brought up in the previous meeting. Laplace probably brought that item. That's perfect then. We can also have the bracelet's performance test. Also, Laplace's objective is also probably, numbers are displayed on this bracelet. I can understand how you guys lived in this island with just a glance. I think you people probably understood how it works from just that, but as I am really kind, I will properly explain. The first test you have to pass in order to become my subordinate is to survive 1 week in this island. But just surviving seems boring, so I will also be cutting those off who have the lowest scores. Now, isn't it more interesting now? You do understand what I mean by cutting off, right? Well then, this is the start of a fun, enjoyable survival game. His speech seems a bit off, but I guess it's fine. But it does seem like he completely fits into the role, as he explained jestingly. As I thought, he probably plans on motivating the students using this bracelet's numbers. And before I knew it, Tear had gone around equipping the bracelet on each of their hand. Please wait, what do you mean if the number is low? At the very least, can't you tell us the minimum number we need to not get cut off? Oh ho? To ask a question in this situation, this student has guts. When I looked closely, I realized it was the red-haired demi-human who flared up at the noble. Really, it seems like his half-assed sense of justice and responsibility is strong. You would want to know, wouldn't you? Actually, I haven't got around to thinking about it. While still using his weird expression, Laplace glanced at me for help. You idiot. You didn't think about it? Or rather, it's troublesome if you come asking me for help in this situation. I guess I have no choice. If I use too much of my abilities, they will find out, and stopping the time is out of the question as Laplace can't move in the suspended world. However, at this distance, it is possible to use thought transmission for ultrafast thought conversation. If the processing speed is accelerated by 10,000 times, 1 second would be equal to 166 minutes. While thinking of it as a bother, I used thought acceleration on Laplace and his crew. The moment I used the skill, Good day, Rimuru-sama. How did you like my acting? And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have not watched my other videos, then please watch them. The links are in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.